Cardi, your ex-wife, or I don't even know if divorce is final, but I know she filed for divorce in 2024. Where do y'all stand now?
I mean,
is it finalized, the divorce?
Not yet.
Okay, so it's not
Still
finalized.
going through it.
Do you want it to be finalized?
I'm ready to be over it, for it to be over with, yeah.
Really?
Just so, like, just for both of us, like, I feel like that be a louder story than what we really love to do, which is music and art. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying that. Not like nothing towards her. It's like it blinds the people to what we are to the people, which is our artists. It blinds them because
for a while,
it's too
I thought
personal.
if it was a part of this, because sometimes performance art can go far. So I didn't know if it was like a lead up to the 2 albums and we was going to get a gag or what. You don't know what is real life anymore because a lot of times people be doing reality shows into the music marketing. So I wasn't sure.
No, I'm a player. I would never do that. I would never play with my personal life to make a hit or make me have a moment in music. Nah, it's real. It's real life, man. It's real life. It's a hard thing to do.
So I'm sorry to hear that.
And then I don't understand. My thing is with it, like, I just feel like it shouldn't be the story for the both of us. That's why I'm ready for it to get over with. Cause like it be just the story for both of us. When I see posts,
I'm about to say it's a lot of social media stuff. A lot of this social media stuff. I'm sure for you, again, I've never been in a high profile relationship or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And even with my, significant other at the time with my son, it became a thing. And it was like, oh my gosh, what the hell I'm gonna do? So I can only imagine the magnitude when you guys both are in the entertainment industry. Do you think that has something to do with it? I know you can't just it ain't about blaming the public or something like that.
No, not blaming the public.
Yeah, it absolutely has something to do with it. Now, like Keke say, you can't just blame the public. You did what you did. You a man, she's a woman. Y'all both grown. Y'all gotta own up to your own actions. But 1,000% being in the public like that and hearing millions of public opinions can definitely change the outcome of your relationship with your partner versus if y'all was private people and there was no outside influence. But in real life, that shit does matter for most people. Like that outside influence can be a motherfucker. Like it can really ruin and take down something that you may have been able to push through. But once that you got all these different people in your ear, all these different folks talking left and right, and then you magnify that by fame, oh yeah, that could get in people's head for sure.
Oh no, it's just like being the face, like just like you saying, like two of us being superstars, your business is always out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I could rewrite the book, I would have never been public. It would have never been public. You know what I mean? Or public like it had just never been public. Because when it's public, it's opinions. Then like they're watching everything. Like I was definitely not perfect in the situation. You know what I mean? I made a lot of mistakes, a lot of things that I did wrong. She did things that was wrong, and it's like, but it's always on the front screen.
Yeah, it's hard to move on.
It's hard to move on from it. Exactly.
It's hard to move on when people keep telling you and all this type of stuff. I mean, is there anything that you wish you would have done differently, or that you regret, or that you?
I should have respected her way more. You know what I mean? I made bad decisions as a man, like stepping out, like gotta take that on the chin. Like that's why when she left, I had to take that on the chin because like
Hey, I gotta give him some respect for that, G. That's a real man. That's a real man thing to do right there. You just own up to it because a lot of times you'll see people make excuses, and that's on both sides. A lot of times there's women that do wrong, and they'll take it to the grave and die before they admit that they did wrong, knowing damn well they did. They was real messed up people, and vice versa. You got men like that too. So anybody that can take accountability and say, hey, look, I'm going to keep it real. I fucked up. That's on me. That was on me. I got to eat that. I got to take it to the chin. I can respect that, whether you're a man or you're a woman. I can respect that because that's the first step of healing anyway. You can't change yourself if you do bullshit and you do people wrong and then you don't want to admit that you did people wrong. You know what I'm saying? That's like a childish way of thinking. So definitely shout out to him for that. He kept it G. He admitted, look, man, it really ain't no excuses. I did what I did. She moved on eventually. I had to eat that. I had to take that to the chin. That's real.
Could have been we got so much our kids to live for. I was being selfish, you know what I mean? And I can say that as a man. I'm a grown man, you know what I mean? I can say that. I wish there wasn't so much internet stuff going on.
Yeah.
I got out of pocket a couple times because, bro, it feel like you getting bullied. Like I used to never say nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I seen recently some things.
I tried to recently just say something, just like to try to defend myself.
Yeah.
Because the narrative be nasty sometimes on me, and it don't be that.
Because, you know, Cardi's, she's always been a media personality. You know, she always been somebody to tell, you know, her life and everything. So it does seem very natural coming from her. You know, we expect her to say stuff, but, you know, you never want people to be in a bad way. So when I'm seeing all that type of stuff, I hate it for both of y'all. You know, I want love to survive. And I really, you know, I loved it for you guys. So there was, you know, I hate to see it happen like that. But the truth of the matter is life goes on.
Exactly.
Yeah, life goes on. And look, I'm going to tell y'all something real. If you look at Cardi and Offset, if you really know people, they probably was meant to be together. You know what I'm saying? I believe that you can have a soulmate, but you can also lose that soulmate depending on where you at in life, your actions, and how you moving. So I don't even think that just because it didn't work out for them, that they wasn't meant to be together. I genuinely think they was locked in, like they really matched. And Cardi talked about that in a different interview herself. She talked about how tight knit. She's like, that's like my best friend, my evil twin. Usually when you locked in with somebody like that, that's what it is. But you know, sometimes life does happen, and one person may not be able to take that hurt, and they are forced to remove themselves from something that they love more than anything on this earth. You know what I'm saying? But the bond can definitely be there. The connection can be there. The spiritual connection can be there. Everything. But sometimes when, you know, certain things happen, people cheating on each other, whatever the case may be that split y'all up, some things are unrepairable after a certain amount of time to one or both parties. And it's one of the most painful things that you can go through and have to go through, knowing that you have to move on from this person that you love with every inch of your soul and body and mind and being. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that, like, I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they get back together. I know she doing her own thing with Steph right now. Stephon Diggs, he doing his thing. He ain't got no problems in that department. That man famous and rich. But I do feel like they both still empty inside. I do feel like they souls miss each other. You know, Cardi trying to get over it with Stephon, but it don't seem genuine. It just, you know, and she said, Cardi talked about crying for, you know, a month straight, going to therapy, all that. And even as a man, I felt that same hurt. Every day you think about it. You know what I'm saying? I done went through that before. You know, a lot of people done went through heartbreak and love, you know. Ain't your first rodeo, won't be your last for most people. But, you know, it's something that you gotta keep moving on from. And sometimes you may not want to. I think they'll get back together one day eventually. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying for sure, but because of that connection, I wouldn't be surprised. I know that's what he want. I don't know if that's what would happen now because, you know, the whole having a baby thing, his ego, his pride might not allow him to do that. He might feel like in the public eye, I don't want to look like on some sucker shit if I go back with her. But keeping it G with y'all, keeping it real, he still love that woman and she still love him.
You know.
Live and you learn.
Yeah. Everything on the internet, it lasts, but it don't have to last forever for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't. Now, you talked about something else that I think is really important about how you quit codeine.
Yes, 4 years strong.
I mean,
now.
That's incredible, man.
4 years
Really, like,
strong.
seriously, let's all clap for that. Seriously.
Had to put that cup down.
Man, so that's a lot. That's
It was
a
hard,
lot.
too.
It was, I can only imagine. And then you said something that I want to also say is that a lot of people think people do drugs to be cool, but they do it because of pain.
Yes.
So for you, what was underneath that? Like when you actually sat with the pain that you were using the codeine to suppress or to medicate with, what did you find? Or what are you finding?
It was like, remember I told you, like, after Bad and Bougie, it got like real serious for me.
Yeah.
It became like a job. So it's more like You doing things like the cope, the job, because the job is a lot. Traveling all the time, not being with your kids all the time, people saying this or that, being in the group, going against the business side of it. It's just all that in one bottle. So I was taking it to the cup. And then you know what you get tricked on? A lot of artists, I feel like, be tricked on like, oh, I can't make music without the drugs. That's cap. I believe that's cap. For me personally, that's cap. It's like, that's just giving yourself an excuse. And then like, it's also addicting. So then it becomes an addiction versus you just doing it. You know what I mean? At first you're just doing it, okay, experimenting, playing with it. Straight might be stressed, you can get high a little bit, but then it becomes an addiction, and then it starts to, then like, your loved ones start to peeping. Like my mama started telling me, hey boy, I don't like you on this, what this is, and you sleep, and you're aggravated, and you're not, you ain't being my son, you're arguing, and then I had a wake-up call. My oldest son was like, he kept asking for like pineapple Fanta, but he don't even really drink soda. He ain't asking me. And then one day he came in the studio like, why yours a different color than mine? It killed me. I'm like, oh no, I gotta get off this. That's what touched me. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and if you ain't gonna do it for yourself, at least do it for your kids. You know what I'm saying? And in return, that'll help you as well. But man, respect. Sometimes it take people kids and they loved ones to really make them change in life. I've seen so many people that was on just the wrong, horrible path. Like horrible. I mean, going downhill, way downhill. Have kids and it's snapping them and it changed like that overnight. And I've seen people that was really living that, like change their whole life around when they had kids for their kids. So I can respect that for sure.
Cause it's like him paying attention, and he just kept asking, Dad, can I get a Fanta? And I'm like, well, when you start drinking soda, you're like, you drink it. And then one day I was in the studio, and he was like, yours is a different color than mine. Why? And I was like, mine. I had to lie to him because I ain't know what to say. I'm like, mine just, it's old. I'm about to throw it away. And I just grabbed it and walked off. When I went in my room, it's just like, I damn near cried. I'm like, damn, I felt bad as a father, like, for my son to be trying to, he don't even know there's drugs in here, though. He don't know, but in my head, it's like him even just saying he want the same soda I want. It's just like, oh, no, I'm influencing him. And it was a thing with my family, like my mama didn't like it. Nobody in my family liked it, and they just kept saying it, and it started to hurt. Cause I ain't no Jay or nothing, you know what I mean? And like, I'm successful, I got money, and it's just when your mama calling you, like, and she like, you need to get off that stuff. And she said 2-3 times, it hurt, for sure. It hit right, especially my mama, cause my mama,
but I
like,
think
my
it's
queen.
real in our generation where we sit and think, we think about, so when somebody is an addict or an addiction, we assume a particular look. We think about somebody that's on the corner, old Jay that used to be down on 53rd. But no.
Nah, when you really know, you know. I know some crackheads and I know some business people. Some real cokeheads, you know what I'm saying? Some real fiends that wear suits. And then I know some fiends that's on the street. If you really know, you know. It's on both sides. It's on the street side, it's on the corporate side.
It's actually not true. Having an addiction or being a person that's addicted to something, it can come in all types of looks and shapes and sizes.
Exactly.
And that's why sometimes it's hard for us to recognize it in ourselves or in our friendships. So it's a blessing that you have people that love you, man.
That's what I'm about to say. I'm glad I got solid people around me. See, my mama gonna tell me, hey, buddy, you're that wrong. Every time, I don't care about all that. You're home. People ain't telling you, but I got people all around. My team gonna tell me. My creative director tell me, hey, you're tripping. So it's like I try to surround myself with people around me that's gonna put me in my place, because sometimes.
Yeah, you need that. You need real people in your life. If you surrounded by people that's yes men, you will never progress in life, because all they're gonna do is enable your bullshit every time. And those people don't really care about you. I say this all the time. The people that really care about you gonna tell you what it is off the rip every time, whether you get mad at them, whether you don't want to deal with them no more, you don't want to be my friend no more. But if I'm locked in with you and I love you, I have to tell you fucking up. Or I gotta tell you tripping if you're tripping. And if you're doing good, I'm gonna congratulate you for doing good as well. You feel me? But as a real partner, friend, lover, homie, whatever, family member, I gotta keep it real with you if I really deal with you. So make sure you don't have yes men around.
You know, you got the money, you living life. Can't nobody tell you nothing.
Yeah.
Or you get to moving that way. Well, you can't tell me nothing. I'm the one. But I always get that wake up call from my core people, my family, which I'm thankful for having that.
So this is the next evolution in your life, you know what I mean? And, you know, I guess you're now, single man or soon to be out of this divorce, which, I don't know, good or bad, how you feel about that. But now, what is this new theme of the next chapter of your life? If you could put it into a few words.
I kind of... All right, so what I was going to do on this album, okay, I'm going to just keep it real. Like, I was going to speak on certain things and live with certain narratives.
Okay.
Because that's what's going to be the case anyways. So I'm just being raw with stuff, but it ain't so specific on my relationship.
Okay.
I'm touching on other things that need to be touched on too. You know what I'm saying? Like some things about the business, the group.
Mm-hmm. Was there truth to you and Sweetie?
No, man. It was a rumor, man. And I feel like...
Oh, shit.
I feel like it was something deeper than that for the split of me and bro. It was something deeper than that. You know what I mean? It was something deeper than that. I don't really want to touch on, but it's something deeper than that.
I don't know, man. What y'all think, dog? I don't know. It's like the way he said it. Like, if I was like, let's say I confronted my partner. The way he said it, I would have been like, man, you ain't just reading body language. I was like, you weren't too shocked with your reaction. Like, you ain't really seem offended. You seem like a person that got caught and was like, I would never do that. Me? That's that's what it come off like to me. Like, he was like, me? I don't know, man. What y'all think? Let's go back. Let's go back. Hold up. Let me see if I can find it.
Like, I feel like it was something deeper than that for the split.
I don't know, like the animated
and raw
like
stuff, but it ain't so specific on my relationship.
Okay.
I'm touching on other things that need to be touched on too. You know what I'm saying? Like some things about the business, the group.
Mm-hmm. Was there truth to you and Sweetie?
No, man. It was a rumor, man. And I feel like
hey, Keke wouldn't try to hear none of that shit he was talking about. You see how she just cut straight in there, straight to it? Man.
It was something deeper than that for the split of me and bro. It was something deeper than that. You know what I mean? It was something deeper than that. I don't really want to touch on, but it's something deeper than that. I think that was just like that was a thing that was a bug that I heard. I think people was trying to tear my situation down in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And
you think there were business people that were plotting on you both?
For sure.
Yeah, and they were creating you guys, stopping you guys from being strong so that y'all couldn't go together against that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, because I would
Sounds
be seeing I would be seeing headlines and we men, so we don't play those games. We don't even know how to do that. And so it was just like, that was a weird thing though. That was kind of crazy.
I mean, the lengths that people go in our industry to enmesh themselves in your personal life to get certain outcomes in business, their lengths are great. People have put my mom against me in situations just to get me to record a song I didn't want to record. So I know all about that type of stuff.
And that's crazy. Mom dudes.
I know, but she was a little black lady. She didn't know what these folks was doing. She just wanted to help me. You know what I'm saying? But that's what people do.
They playing it dirty though.
People play dirty. They try to do all that kind of stuff. So, I can only imagine. You know what I'm
saying? All right, we're gonna stop it right there. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Juan Ramon, Raw Reality Mindset. Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Down below, I will have the link to this full interview if y'all want to go check it out. We out. Dang.
Gave you the real, but it's like you can't take the real of me. Don't bring them bad vibes, don't need you killing my energy. Can't fuck with you if you a fuck nigga, ain't feeling me. She try to ride a nigga way till the feel agree. Can't trust her soul, no, I can't fuck with none of my